Hey guys, Chef Ro here. Now I'm going to show you how to make a cream cheese wonton. Recipe for the filling is very simple. Cream cheese, egg, salt, pepper. You can add some green onions or water chestnuts or crab meat or whatever you want if you'd like. But if you want to stick to the basics, cream cheese, egg. That's it. That's all you need. Okay. Now there's a couple different ways that I've seen these made. So I'm going to show you two different ways that I've seen. Okay, so we're going to put some cream cheese filling right here in the center. So this first row, I'm going to make the first way, and then the second row, I'll make the second way. Like I said, assembly line is always going to be your fastest bet. Okay, so I've got all my fillings down. Now I'm going to take my water, and this time you're actually going to go around all four edges. This one with these cream cheese wontons, with the squares, which is a lot less work because you don't have to cut them. You're just going to need to use water around the whole thing. Okay, so this first one, what you do is you're basically going to take the sides, pinch it together, bring this side in, and then, oh, I stuck. And then we're going to bring this side in. So basically I have my little four corners like this. Okay, let me show you one more time here. My head might have gotten in the way there. So you're going to push these two together here in the center. Then you bring this one in. Then you bring this one in. Okay, so I've got my four corners there. One last time. Take two sides, pull it in, and you're going to take this side, meet in the center. Basically all four flat sides are going to meet in the center to create your pointy cream cheese wontons. Okay, now the other way I've seen this is where it looks more like a package. Okay. So I put a little more filling in it this time. With the squares, you can get away with a little bit more filling because there's more space. Okay, but we are still going to do the same thing. All four edges. Okay, will help stick together. See how much faster this goes as an assembly line. Okay. And this time, instead of the middles coming together, you're going to put all four corners together. Okay, so slightly different shape, you can see. Okay, like a little package. One more time. Corner, bring the corner in. Okay, and the corner in. Okay, and you want to pinch all those sides because otherwise if you have any openings when you get into the oil, they're going to explode. So you want to make sure that everything is sealed. Okay, last one. Corners. Corners. Pinch the edges closed. And corners here. Pinched the edges closed. Okay. Okay, I've got all my cream cheese wontons folded now, so now it's time to fry them. Now, I have, if you notice here, some oil in a pot with a thermometer. You can use a deep fryer, and that works because that'll regulate the temperature, but if you don't have a thermometer, this is going to be really hard because if your oil gets below 350 degrees, it's going to be at such a low temperature that the food will sit in there too long, and it'll get really, really greasy. If you go above about 375, some people say you can push it to 380. If you go above that, the outside's going to cook before the inside's going to cook. And especially because we have raw egg in here, that's going to be a really big problem. So you have to keep that oil between 350 and 375, which is why I've got the thermometer here. And I keep adjusting my heat as necessary to keep that going. Okay. Now, this isn't a very big pot, so I can only do a few at a time. If you're planning on doing a large amount of them, you can set an oven to as low as it'll go, usually between 150 and 200, and put the tray in the oven while you're frying the next batch, and that will keep them warm for you. Okay, and all you're going to do, you want to get very close and then release. Okay, and you don't want to crowd the pot, because if you put too many in there, it's going to drop the temperature too much. So for this size, 4 is the maximum that we want to do. If you drop that temperature too much, they're just going to get greasy on you. Okay, and then they're going to taste like oil too, instead of like a beautifully fried cream cheese wonton. Okay, now the problem with cream cheese wontons is that you can't really flip them over very well, but you do want to try, if you can, get them flipped over so that the top and the bottom cook equally. Okay, there's a little air bubble in that guy, so he doesn't want to flip, right? You want to flip them and then flip them back, okay? Just that way so that the top gets fried as well, and you don't have a fried bottom and an unfried top. Now this little device that I'm using here is called a spider. Some spiders look more like a mesh net. Those are great. They're inexpensive. They're really handy for frying. I like this one a little bit better. It's a little more expensive, but those little mesh wires have edges on them that get snagged on stuff a lot. And so that's my only problem with those. But they have a bamboo handle, they're cheap, and so you can always replace them if they get snagged on stuff too much. Okay, so you can see these are nice and golden brown, and it's time to take them out. One thing to remember about frying food is that it's always going to go up one shade after you remove it from the oil. So you always want to take it out one shade before you would like to eat it, and it'll keep going up about a shade. So now our cream cheese and wontons are done, so enjoy.